So some people, they get confused, oh, but the verse doesn't say that explicitly like this, but it's so obvious in the context. Or even the verse about Khimar, when Allah says to the women, said to the believing women, okay, let them draw their Khimar over their jayb. Okay, I remember, even myself actually, I remember when I was young and I was trying to say, okay, where is this? Okay, I heard that it's not in the Quran. I heard that the hijab is not mentioned in the Quran. So you go looking for the hijab in the Quran, and you find this verse is the closest thing you can find, and say, okay, but where does it say you have to cover your hair? Right? And there are people who still have this argument, and they'll say, oh, but the Quran verse doesn't say that. It just says you have to cover this. This is what it says. You have to cover your chest. That's what the verse is talking about. Okay? But the meaning is so clear because the word khimar is a headscarf. The khimar is what you use to cover your hair. And Allah says in the verse, use that khimar to cover this part as well. Because what happens sometimes is, you could cover your hair, but you leave your neck, this part area. The jayb here is the collarbone and the neck. So if you're not wrapping around here, this becomes exposed. And obviously the lower you get with the women, okay, and it becomes, it's a tactic now for many women who want to, not Muslim women, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, other women who want to sexualize themselves. This is how it gets lower and lower and lower. The cut gets, more and more revealing. Okay, so Allah saying, no, it's not just cover your hair. The whole point is to cover yourself, to also use your khimar to cover your jayb, to cover your collarbone, your neck area as well, and your chest. So the verse within itself is including the meaning that you're going to cover your hair. And if that wasn't clarified, it's clarified in other ways by the Sunnah. And we're going to talk about that as well later on. So sometimes the Arabic words, the Arabic speech, the kalam in Arabic, it can indicate a meaning without, through implication, without to explicitly lay it out in words.